Weekly Light Novel Releases. Hello, this is Takashi here. Today, I'll be unboxing the latest releases for Fujimi Fantasia Bunko on April 2023. There will new light novels and old novels with new stories to tell. Most of these novels are very recommended, so do check it out, and with that, let's start the lineup. First in the release date is the ongoing novel Only Sense Online, Volume 22 by Aloha Zako, illustrated by Yuki-san, character draft, Yuki. This novel was really good, and if could put aside Sword Art Online, it could be second longest running light novel in the MMORPG and VR category. It also has sold 3.185 copies from 2021, which was somewhat worrisome. Still, worth to read. Next is the ongoing novel Kujo Denka no Keidai Kyushi, or the English title, Private Tutor to the Duke's Daughter, Volume 14 by Riku Nanano, illustrated by Kura. This novel was interestingly to read, if you skipped Volume 1, and could be the second coming soon novel series to cross 10 plus volumes. Despite some critics in the past, it has sold 300,000 copies back in 2021. Definitely worth to check it out.
Next is the ongoing novel Ousama no Proposal, or the English title King's Proposal, Volume 4 by the it.Alive author Kosher Tachibana, illustrated by Tsunako. This novel was really interesting to read at, given that it includes some elements from it.Alive itself, with art from Tsunako. And with 4,630 copies sold on 2021, I could tell they were growing. Slowly but steadily. Up next is the ongoing popular novel series Rokudanashi Majitsu Kosher to Akashic Records, or the English title Akashic Records of Bastard Magic Instructor, Volume 22 by Taro Hitsuji, illustrated by Kuron Mishima. Overall, the whole series was an interesting to read, even though some volumes in the chapters was a bit weak. And if there are any good harem novels to start with, it would definitely this. Up next is the new novel titled Nikogarashi. Nekamimi Shoujo wa Osawa o Shirtai, or the English title Nekogarashi. Cat Ear Girl Wants to Be Taken Care of by Asahi Asauka, illustrated by Buta, original story by Candy Voice. This story was adapted from an ASMR music itself, which was also from an ASMR YouTuber. After I listened one clip recently, it felt odd, but was very soothing to some people who listened to these. Very intrigued for first-timers. Next is the ongoing novel series Jitsuimo, Imouto, Deshita. Seikin de Kita Giri no Otōto no Kyori-kan Yatara Chikai Wake, or the English titled She Was Actually My Stepsister, by Muku Shirai, illustrated by the rising artist Minori Chigusa. This fifth volume in the novel has now where both have shown their romantic side to each other. Before they were brothers' sisterly love, now was halted due to another love rival coming in. Wonder what happens next. Next in the list is the new novel titled Kinzoku Suremu o Tausher Makuta, or Ga, Kuriko no o, Toyobarera Mate Ka no Niwa de Kikusho Dungeon o Mitsukamishita, or the English title Until I Came to Be Called Black Steel King, for Slaying a Bunch of Metal Slimes, by Onsen Capybara, illustrated by Sensho. This whole new modern fantasy isekai story has been on the radar list for readers, especially has been on Kakuyomu of quite some time already. Very intriguing and interesting. Next on the list is the new novel titled Kyumo to Sifuku, or the English title Spider and Uniform, by Kimihito Irie, illustrated by Ibarano. This novel was somewhat inspired by Kyumo Disuga Nani Ka, which they had some elements combined into while maintaining their modern thriller fantasy elements at its best. Very interesting. Next in the list is the new novel Shibō Taijō Suru Hazu no settei-jō Saikyō Kyara ni Tensei Shita or wa Subete no Shibō Furagu o Tataki or Koto ni Shita, or the English title I Was Reincarnated as the strongest character in the setting, who was supposed to die and leave the stage, and I decided to break all the death flags, by Toshizo, illustrated by Mato. This is another power scale fantasy type story, where death flags used. Quite intrigued. Recommended for new readers. Wrapping up the release is the ongoing novel Ushiro no Seki no Jiru ni Sukarete Shimatta. Mao or Wadane Kamoshirenai, or the English title, The Gal in the Back Seat Likes Me. I Might Not Make It Anymore, Volume 3 by Michinoku Koharu, illustrated Higure Hitsuki. This ongoing novel has been quite on a slow day these past years since the release of Volume 2. Given that there's the doujin version, I would quite need for this to improve as it has potential. Ending the video is 2 upcoming novels from Gagaga Bunko, featuring Kabito Aiju no Kodo wa Kanojo ja nai Kimi to Volume 2 by Mochizaki Yuba, illustrated by Dushima. This novel, Kabito Aiju, was really interesting to read since the Volume 1 release. Recommended for new readers who reads office romances. As for Shiotayu no Satasan, this ongoing volume has already taken to a newer heights where romance are deeper, more sweeter than before. Loved it since the start and the manga adaptation. Highly recommended. And that's all for today. Please do like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content coming soon. Until then, goodbye.